In the modern world, we are constantly bombarded with conflicting ideas, ideologies, and belief systems. Every religion, culture, and philosophy has its own sets of rules, customs, and concepts, often leading to confusion and conflict. But despite the apparent diversity of thought, the search for meaning remains universal. People are always seeking answers to life's most profound questions. Who am I? What is the purpose of life? What is truth? And so on. In this world of confusion and division, one ancient philosophy stands out: Vedanta. But what makes Vedanta so different? Is it a philosophy? Is it a religion or a belief system? Why is Vedanta necessary for the world today? And how can it offer something different from the belief systems that dominate billions of minds? This presentation seeks to illuminate Vedanta's vital relevance in our modern world, offering timeless wisdom to address humanity's urgent need for clarity, unity, and profound understanding of life's ultimate truth. 1. Introduction: the need for a framework. At the core of human existence is the search for understanding. For most people, this search has been guided by belief systems. Whether it's the belief in a particular religion, ideology, or philosophy, humans have created frameworks to make sense of the world. But belief often brings with it conflict. When belief is seen as absolute, there is no room for differing opinions, and differences can easily turn into arguments, divisions, and wars. In our world with so many conflicting ideas, it becomes necessary to break free from blind belief. But how? The answer lies in a system that goes beyond belief, a system that is based on knowledge and experience. This is where Vedanta comes in. Unlike many other systems, Vedanta does not propound the idea of belief. Instead, it encourages direct experience and understanding. It provides a clear, structured framework to understand reality and our place within it. 2. Vedanta: knowledge, not belief. One of Vedanta's most crucial distinctions, beyond not being a belief system, is its fundamental nature as a philosophy of knowledge. Unlike systems built on doctrine or dogma, Vedanta, as exemplified in the Upanishads, presents profound philosophical dialogues between teachers and students. These rigorous question and answer sessions and intense debates serve to guide seekers beyond mere belief, sharpening their understanding towards mental clarity and direct experiential knowledge. The study of Vedanta reveals that its supreme truth cannot be accepted through belief alone, but must be personally realized. Your innermost consciousness, that pure, attributeless awareness, is the ultimate reality. This is Vedanta's central revelation. No external god or deities demands belief, for all existence is fundamentally one. This non-dual truth transcends divisions and can only be known through direct knowledge and certainly never through belief. 3. Vedanta and the global need for unity. The world today is divided in many ways. Religious conflicts, cultural differences, and social issues often stem from people holding on to their beliefs and not being open to understanding others. Vedanta, however, offers a universal philosophy that transcends borders and divisions. One who studies Vedanta understands that all of existence is interconnected and that the underlying truth is the same for everyone, regardless of culture, religion, or nationality. By understanding and internalizing the rational philosophy of Vedanta, people can break down artificial barriers that separate them. Vedanta promotes the idea that all living beings are manifestations of the same underlying consciousness. This oneness can serve as a unifying force, helping people to treat each other with respect, empathy, and love, regardless of their external differences. 4. Westerners who live by universal values without Vedanta. Many individuals in the West, including my personal European friends who have completely relinquished religion or any religious allegiance, nevertheless live by remarkable universal values such as kindness, respect, and compassion. These values persist without any formal knowledge of Vedanta or adherence to religious systems. These highly evolved individuals operate from natural empathy and moral integrity, the natural byproducts of moral and intellectual evolution, consistently treating others with genuine care and affection. Their ethical conduct mirrors what might be considered the moral dimensions of Vedanta. Across societies, people maintain diverse belief systems shaped by their cultures, upbringing, and personal experiences. These systems fundamentally form an individual's worldviews, and when they conflict with those of others, misunderstandings and tensions inevitably arise. Such divergences can precipitate profound divisions, whether in personal relationships, societal structures, or global affairs. Yet, a crucial distinction remains. While these exemplary individuals manifest beautiful human qualities, their perspective typically remains confined to the conventional dualistic worldview, perceiving themselves as separate entities distinct from others. This outlook, though ethically sound, doesn't yet encompass the ultimate understanding of reality. These persistent conflicts underscore the necessity for both empathy and understanding in navigating human complexities, as well as the imperative for dialogue to reconcile contrasting perspectives. Vedanta proposes a radical expansion of this worldview. It offers not merely ethical guidelines, but an exhaustive philosophical framework elucidating the fundamental nature of existence. While secular morality interprets compassion as virtuous behavior, Vedanta reveals it as the natural expression of our true being, a direct manifestation of the essential unity underlying apparent diversity. Vedanta, particularly Advaita Vedanta, as systematized by Sri Adi Shankaracharya, dismantles the illusion of individual separation or Maya, demonstrating that what we perceive as distinct entities are actually transient expressions of the same non-dual consciousness or Brahman. This realization surpasses the restrictive subject-object paradigm, exposing all apparent multiplicity as projections of unified existence. While thinkers like Aldous Huxley, who integrated the Vedantic concepts in the perennial philosophy, and Alan Watts, who synthesized Vedanta with Zen and Taoism, examined comparable ideas, classical Vedanta provides the most rigorous framework for this comprehension. It methodically explains how the perceived distinction between individual or jiva and universal Brahman constitutes a false construct dispellable through direct knowledge or jnana, ultimately unveiling the absolute oneness encapsulated in the Mahavakya or ultimate statement from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Aham Brahmasmi, meaning I am Brahman. Consequently, while moral excellence certainly exists independent of Vedanta, its unique value resides in furnishing the philosophical profundity that explains the existence of these values and their connection to reality's fundamental nature. It elevates ethical behavior from mere social convention to an organic manifestation of ultimate truth. 5. Why people need a framework. The limits of belief. Well, one of the key reasons why many people are unable to break free from belief systems is that they lack a framework for understanding life and reality. Without a solid structure, people are left to navigate the complexities of existence with no clear guidance. This is where Vedanta offers something profound. It provides a comprehensive and coherent philosophy that explains the nature of the self, the universe, and the ultimate truth. But why is this necessary? The reason is simple. People are conditioned by belief systems, ideologies, and cultures that shape their thinking. In order to break free from these deeply ingrained thought patterns, they need something that offers a solid, logical, and philosophical foundation. Vedanta provides that framework. It is a tool that helps people transcend the limitations of belief and move towards knowledge and self-realization. 6. India's decline in scientific and linguistic growth. Bharatavarsha, or India, once known for its remarkable advancements in science, mathematics, and philosophy, has seen a decline in its intellectual progress over the centuries. Many factors contributed to this decline, including invasions and later colonial rule. During these periods, India became dependent on foreign rulers for its intellectual and cultural development. As a result, Indian languages, which were once the medium for great intellectual discourse, stagnated. Take, for example, the language of Tamil. A rich and ancient language, Tamil has lost most of its original vibrancy. It is no longer spoken in its pure form by the majority of its speakers. Similarly, other Indian languages, which were once a source of intellectual inquiry and literary expression, have also declined. The influence of English as a result of colonialism has only further contributed to the erosion of Indian languages and intellectual independence. This decline is not just a linguistic issue, it's also a cultural and intellectual problem. The lack of development in native languages means that Indians today are unable to engage in higher education in their own languages. Instead, they must rely on English, which often limits their access to more nuanced indigenous knowledge. I personally have played my little part of respecting Indian languages by learning to read, write, and speak 9 of them. 7. The role of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita as a starting point. One of the most accessible ways to begin the journey of Vedanta is through the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This ancient text presents the core teachings of Vedanta in a concise and practical manner. By reading a simple and easy-to-understand translation rather than voluminous editions filled with lengthy interpretations, one can begin to grasp the deeper truths of existence and the nature of reality. My published translations are designed precisely for this purpose. However, reading the Srimad Bhagavad Gita with a dualistic mindset will never lead a seeker to the ultimate goal. As Krishna states in Shloka 246, for one who has attained the highest knowledge of Brahman, even the Vedas are like a small well when the land is flooded with water. A dualistic approach prevents one from realizing the truth of oneness, which Krishna emphasizes repeatedly. In Shlokas 3 and 19 of the 7th chapter, he says that those who truly understand his universal nature are extremely rare. If you are listening to this, ask yourself, would you rather be one of the rare few who seek true knowledge, or one of those who perform rituals merely to acquire material gains, thereby going against Shloka 247? The beauty of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita is that it can be understood by anyone regardless of background or education. It lays out the path to realization in a systematic manner, making it an ideal starting point for anyone interested in exploring Vedanta. With modern translations and explanations, accessing its teaching has never been easier. You will find in the description the link to my video presentation of the entire Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is sure to provide high levels of clarity to any sincere seeker. 8. The path forward, reviving knowledge and wisdom. Vedanta offers a path to intellectual and spiritual revival. It encourages people to reconnect with the innate wisdom that resides within each one of us. By understanding the teachings of Vedanta, people can break free from the chains of belief and conditioning and instead start living with a deep understanding of the true nature of themselves and the universe. Moreover, Vedanta provides a solid foundation for scientific inquiry. It teaches us that the universe is an interconnected whole and that by understanding this interconnectedness, we can unlock the secrets of nature. This approach could lead to a resurgence in intellectual and scientific progress in India and the world, allowing us to move beyond the limitations imposed by colonial history and outdated belief systems. 9. Conclusion. The call to awakening. Vedanta's urgent gift to humanity. We stand at humanity's decisive hour. In our world, fragmented by competing beliefs, drowning in information, yet starving for wisdom, Vedanta emerges not as another philosophy, but as the antidote our species desperately needs. This is the revolution your soul has been waiting for. While religions divide and ideologies clash, Vedanta reveals the shocking truth. All separation is illusion. The peace we seek has always been within. The unity we pray for is already our nature. This isn't poetic metaphor, it's the fundamental architecture of reality. The Srimad Bhagavad Gita isn't mere scripture, it's your personal mirror reflecting the divinity you've forgotten. When Krishna speaks of rare knowers in the 3rd and 19th shlokas of the 7th chapter, he isn't excluding, he's inviting you. When he dismisses ritualists in shlokas 42 to 46 of the 2nd chapter, he's shaking you awake. This is your threshold moment. You have two choices. 1. Continue sleepwalking through life, mistaking beliefs for truth. 2. Join the rarest revolution, the war to wake up from illusion. And your weapons? 1. The Srimad Bhagavad Gita, not as dogma, but as your mind's scalpel. 2. Courage to question everything, especially your own assumptions. 3. Willingness to trade comfortable lies for uncomfortable truths. And the prize? Not heaven later, liberation now. The link to the Srimad Bhagavad Gita video below isn't to another lecture, it's your enlistment papers in the only war that matters, the conquest of your mind. Watch, question, test it fiercely. If it doesn't shake you to your core, walk away. But if one shloka ignites that fire in you, follow the fire without apology. The world doesn't need more believers kneeling before altars. It needs warriors of consciousness who stand in the light of their own awareness. The world doesn't need more believers, it needs knowers. Will you be one? Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.